Hello, this is Andy Graham of Hobo Traveler in Guatemala. I'm going to first explain to you how to get into a hammock. You step over the hammock, you sit down, you hold the thing, and then you sit it. In the book by Tim Ferriss, The 4-Hour Work Week, where a workaholic explains how to work 4 hours. I think he's a workaholic. I don't think he works 4 hours a week at all. But he went traveling and he optimized his travel. Okay, I wanted to talk today about, hammocks. I slept in a hammock for 12 days on the Amazon River, and I'm not really fond of sleeping in a hammock. It's very, very hot. But they're fun to lounge around on in paradise. Okay, first of all, the other day I did a travel tip, an adventure tip, where I was giving the first test of what it takes to be an adventure traveler. Adventure travelers, and then what I did is I walked down to the lake here, and I took a glass like this, and I drank the water. Interesting commentary. There's a guy named Jeff upstairs that's actually a reader of my website. He's seen it. And he said the first thing he thought of was not about the danger, he thought about the cost. And I go, cost. Now, I've been outside the United States for 14 years. And, you know, many of you are afraid of medical expenses. And guess what? I realized I'm not. I mean, to me, the risk of drinking the water is, yeah, you get diarrhea, amoebas, giardia, all these different little waterborne things and whatever. And but the truth is, I can walk into any pharmacy and probably for $5 buy whatever I need to solve the problem, or I could even go to the doctor. I don't know, $3, $8, $5, whatever. It's going to cost me about, say, maximum $15 US to solve it. But 90% of these simple problems like that, the pharmacist solves. You know, you tell them what you have and say whatever. But I also one time even got a lab test done here. You know, I don't know what you call it, a poop test. Basically, they checked it. I had giardia, and I took some thing, and it went away, or whatever. But I was on a USA road trip, and I was realizing I was afraid of America. And I mean, when I went there, I took enough antibiotic to last me, you know, for the whole trip. I had a whole bunch of these, right? I carried this bag full of antibiotics. It's got all sorts of little Mickey Mouse stuff. Mostly you just need antibiotics and maybe some skin creams or something. I carry sinus pills so that when the barometric pressure changes or I come down from a plane, the pressure, I can equalize it. But the bottom line is, for 14 years, I don't know how long it took me before I learned. I'm not afraid of medical cost, while Americans are. There's something screwed up here. Think about it. Here I am living in what people would think was one of the most dangerous places to live on the planet, and it's not. It's bullshit. It's one of the safest. Because if I get hurt, I can go to the doctor. If I have a problem, get up. Now, the bad part is people, the hypochondriacs, do over-medicate. I mean, and then you get people that do tease work until they're blue in the face. And whatever. And, you know, there is a problem with prescriptions being over-medication, especially for Americans that have an overabundance of money. I mean, they're always doing unbelievable amounts of this Ayurvedic, homeopathic, whole life medicine, sit under a crystal, do all this woo-woo shit, and whatever. But bottom line is, I wanted to tell you, the reason why I was willing to drink the water was in the back of my mind, I knew I was safe. But I'm also in the business of living, not in the business of dying. And if you're going to be afraid of everything, I don't want you to, I want you to stay home, sit in the box, and do as you're told. Okay, Andy, Hobo Traveler, trying to explain my lack of fear.